welcome Edinburgh. How are you? My name's Tony. Today I'm going to tell you about an old social club that had some of the bigger hitters of old Edinburgh in it. I wouldn't quite call it an elite club. It's not an elite club, but it was a little sort of club for people that hang out. You know, if it was an elite secret club, then this would be probably a different type of video. But I read this story and I was like, that's a fun one to tell you. So, there used to be a club called the Cape Club, C-A-P-E, Cape. I think because they wore capes. I hope because they wore capes. And it had people like Sir Walter Scott, Rabbie Burns, and a few others. All these sort of people started in when was the exact date? I'm forgetting now, hang on. So it started in the 1700s, but really came into prominence really in the 1800s. And we need to go down here. We're on the Royal Mile right now. Here we go, Royal Mile. See, we need to go down here. We need to go down Cockburn Street. Cockburn, C-O-C-K-B-U-R-N, but it's pronounced Cockburn, okay? And it was just down at Craig's Close, just off Cockburn Street. It's windy today, I apologise about that. So here we go, heading down Cockburn Street to Craig's Close to find the site of the Cape Club. There's Scran, one of my favourite places to eat. Head in there. Tell them Tony sent you. I do love the food in there. And obviously for those of you, you know, who like me see these sort of things, this is the big point of Avengers, Endgame, big fight here with Scarlet Witch and Vision and baddies and things. But yeah, we need to, where's Craig's Close? I'm not quite 100% where it is, but I think there's a plaque. I do love Cockburn Street. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. They've got, I hate to betray the haggis box, but they have apparently an outstanding haggis in there. It's a great place to eat here, actually. My wife has went in there, Layla, with her friends a couple of times. Apparently do the lovely sort of brunch thing. Harry Potter stuff for all you Harry Potter fans. Nice local whiskey shops, and I mean not a chain, you know, just their own little self-contained whiskey shops. Coffee places, plenty of coffee places, no lack of coffee places. This place has changed a lot. I think it becomes, this is a trend street in a sort of way. This has always been, whatever is in is on here, and obviously coffee is in, right? Coffee shops have been in for a long time, so there are a lot of them here right now. That's new, I've never seen that before. Japanese cuisine, that's nice. So Anchor Close, no, it's not there. I think it might be the next one here, right beside Armstrong's. Always good if you're looking for vintage clothes and things. Armstrong's is where you want to go. They've got outstanding stuff. Is this Craig's Close? It should be this one. Craig's Close, here we go. And down here there used to be, I like that over there, and it must be down there, it must be this name here, this old pub. This must have been where it was called the Isle of Man Tavern. That was the name of it. It looks like it must be this building here, and it must still be this pub where they were. There's not a beer garden, but there we go. This is Craig's Close, and this would have been the Isle of Man Tavern where this social club existed. And let's double check down here, because there is another building here. It could have been this one, could have been this one, I don't know. I'm going to guess it's the last one. That looks like just fire exits to this building here, which I think is a backpacker hostel. So there we go. So there it is. This is the site right here of the Isle of Man pub. Not pub, tavern. So it was started to raise money for a Scottish militia in the 1700s, but it became this social club. And I do mean a social club. It famously wasn't a social club for the elite. It was a social club for the sociable. That's how I've found it described. And like I said, it had names like Rabbie Burns, Sir Walter Scott, and lots of great thinkers, especially during the Scottish Enlightenment. They used to hang out here which I think is very cool. But I mean, it's brilliant. I know we've got lots of areas going, oh, Rabbieburn stayed here, and Sir Walter Scott stayed here, and all these sort of things. But this, there's something about this that feels more real. Maybe because it probably hasn't changed much. This will still be the same building on this side. You know what I mean? That'll still be the same. But this is different. This is new. This wall here opposite is new. That isn't though. So you know, those steps aren't. So Rabbieburns and all these people walked down or walked up from Market Street to here. You know, I've never been in that pub, and I can't right now, but I do want to go in there now and have a pint where they did. So apparently membership for this club peaked at about 600 members. And it was famously for everyone, and I do mean for everyone, shoemakers, blacksmiths, everything like that. We're all used to be in here, including my very own favourite Edinburgh resident, Mr. Deacon Brodie, who was a member of this. I love that. I absolutely love that. I had to write this bit down because they had an oath. When you became a member, there was an oath. I don't know if this makes me a member, the fact that I'm saying it in sight of the founding place of it, but here we go. This is the oath. I devoutly swear to be this light, to be true and a faithful knight with all my might, so help me poker. Apparently he became a knight. That was what they did. He became a knighthood. New members were knighted with playful pseudonyms like Sir Precentor, which was Robert Ferguson, Sir Thumb, which was Alexander Naismith, and Sir Discovery, which is Henry Rayburn. So you can see these names that were in here. The Cape Club in some form is still going. I think it's called the Cape Society now. It's obviously a different sort of thing. Not sure what they do, so it's not exactly disappeared from the face of existence. Hijinksing legacy, meeting nightly, including food, cheap suppers for 4.5D per head. I don't know what D is. Ale and singing. It was a social club. You know what I mean? It was a social club. And the name Cape. Caper. Oh, it comes from capers. Caper for their antics. So there you go. It's a funny little story. I'll show you the other side of Craig's Close, where all the elites, not elites, it's not elites, stop saying elites. Who said elites? You said elites. Where they all used to hang out. There did used to be a plaque, but I feel the plaque is gone due to this new building probably. So here we are on Market Street. There's Waverley Bridge, Edinburgh Dungeons, hostel, and there is Craig's Close, just up there. Look at this beautiful building here. Look at that beautiful building there, but there we have it. Craig's Close. The site of the Cape Club. Okay. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that today. It's a little one. Look it up yourself, have a read about it. It's a random little thing. It's funny to think of all these great thinkers just having a little social club with everyday people, which I love. I love the fact that it was just everyone. You know, it's not an elite club. It wasn't I don't think it was even a paying thing at the time. It was just hey, you're part of this gang. Come have fun and sing and joke and play. It's a nice thing. I think it's a nice thing. I can't find anything bad about it, which is always good when you talk about history and men getting together and things like that. You know what I mean? Probably at any point in history, even nowadays. So yeah, there you have it. The Cape Club. Hope you've enjoyed that. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, bye humans.